normally do at Disneyland Paris, we're going to go back to the room for a rest before returning here tonight. But while we're on the way, we're going to try and do one of our favourite rides, which is in the Walt Disney Studios, Ratatouille. So let's see if we can get on it. The wait time on Ratatouille is 50 minutes, but we're going to take advantage of the single rider line. Now, what you should know about the single rider line is that when you eventually get to the front of the queue, you'll be split up from your party and you'll be put with another group, say where there's only 4 or 5 people in the car. But of course, you can all stay in the queue together. But look at the difference, 50 minutes for the main ride, 10 minutes for the single rider. So it's definitely worth it if you don't mind being split up on the ride. And just like that, we were in the rider now. It was advertised as 10 minutes on the single rider, but honestly it was 2 minutes at the most. Obviously our party got split up, but once you're on the ride, you don't care. Great ride. The thing I love about Ratatouille is it's slightly different every time as well because of the trackless system. The rat that you sit in moves about and you can be at the front or the back. And I noticed certain things that I haven't seen before. We spent a bit less time in this area, a bit more time in that area. It's a really good ride. So there you go, the single ride is working so well today, we decided to go on Ratatouille again. So we did 2 complete rides, including the wait, in 20 minutes. And to be honest, that's a lot, probably faster than one go on the Premier Access line, which you might pay 12 to 15 euros for. But I know I've said it before, but I'll reiterate again, you will get separated from your party. And depending on the combinations of people getting on the ride, you may have to wait a bit longer, because if you've got lots of parties of 6 people coming on, which is really unlikely, but there's no space for single riders. But in our case, we just walked straight on both times. So unless you've got really young kids, I would definitely recommend single rider option. So that's it for the first part of the day. We've done 7 different rides, and including repeats, 10 rides in total in 5 hours. So that's obviously an average of half an hour a ride, but you've got to factor in all the walking between the rides. We did stop for lunch and a snack, and we've also been taking photographs. If you're going to go back to the hotel for a rest like we generally do for a couple of hours in the afternoon, now's the time to do it. Between 2 and 5, it is just so busy in both parks that you might as well go for a rest then. So we're going to take a leisurely walk back, and then we'll be back in the main Disneyland Park tonight. It's 4:20, we've had a rest in the room, and we're going to head back out to the parks now. Probably get a meal in a bit, but we might do a ride first. So we'll carry on with seeing how many rides we can get on today and how long the wait times are. So first ride back in the park, it's 5:05, and we're going to queue for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Now, to be honest, this is quite a short ride, so it's probably not going to justify the wait time, but everywhere's busy. We come back to about, I think we've just hit the end. We're still in the peak queuing period, so we'll see how it goes anyway. It says 10 minutes on the thing. I don't believe that for a second. Ten minutes into the queue, we're right in the thick of it. I reckon it'll be about another 15 minutes, but we'll see. The ride, when we get in it, is obviously based on Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs film. It's a small car. Some of the scenes might be scary for kids, and it's over pretty quickly, to be fair. But it's a nice ride. If you like the film, you're going to recognise a lot of scenes in the ride. In the end, I was quite surprised that it was only an 18-minute wait, but we filmed the ride all the way through, and it's pretty much bang on 2 minutes riding the minecart all the way through. Very colourful scenes, very nice, but don't wait longer than half an hour. Well, let's go straight on Pinocchio, which is next door to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I like this one a bit better. Again, very colourful, follows the Pinocchio film. Similar setup, it's like a minecart ride. So it says 20-minute wait. We'll mark the time and see how long it is. Been queuing for about 12 minutes on Pinocchio now. It's hard to tell because the queue winds in and out in a funny direction, but I think we're about halfway up the queue. Let's see if my years of practice guessing queue lengths can be right. We've hit 20 minutes now. Still quite away from the front, so it could well be a half-hour wait this. I don't understand why Pinocchio is always a longer wait than Snow White. I can only think that the queuing area must be bigger inside. It doesn't look a longer building, so... but I think the ride's probably proportionally longer, probably about 3 minutes, so maybe it's fair enough. Okay, so it's just a shade under 30-minute wait, about 29 minutes wait for about 2 minutes 20, 2.5 minute ride. Again, it's longer than I would have wanted to wait for the ride, but I do like the Pinocchio ride. It's a nice ride, and especially I like the Stromboli bit. Sometimes he does a deep laugh. Other times he says something, you never know what you're going to get. I took it out with that, all that waiting, queuing for Snow White and Pinocchio, so after that sherry splatter we had at lunch, everyone still feels a little bit full, so we're just having a few snacks in the Fuente del Oro and one of our favourite drinks, the frozen margarita. Very nice. Quick stop in the Fuente del Oro and we're going back on one of our favourite rides, Big Thunder Mountain. 15 minutes. We're hoping that from now for the rest of the evening the queuing times will be dying down. But it's too good an opportunity to miss. Right, that's Big Thunder Mountain in the dark. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the same speed that it runs at, but it feels a lot faster at night because you know you can't see everything all the time. It feels very fast. Cold wind rushing in your face. Actually, the masks help when it's cold at night, but you definitely need to ride it at night. riding on the Phantom Manor tonight. Obviously it's inside, so the ride's the same, but look at it's worth seeing the outside of the Phantom Manor tonight. Really well lit, nice spooky atmosphere, loads of lights throughout the garden. Really nicely done. Good atmosphere around the place. Just before 7:30 in the evening now, and the crowds are definitely thinning out. We've not done Star Tours today. It says the wait's 10 minutes, so let's see. At the moment, it's looking like it might be a walk-on, absolutely clear.
La sécurité est notre première préoccupation.
This is another ride that has a great queuing area. If you like Star Wars, you'll love this. Lots of robots and the way it's done, you feel like you're on a space station. Well, that was quick. It was about a 3-minute wait. And then you get up to, you just wait outside the Star Speeders. It's a 3D film and simulator combined. I really like this new version of Star Tours. I don't know how long it's been running, I think about 4, 5, 6 years now. But basically it uses seamless branching where there are 3 sections and you never know which sections you're going to get, and they all fit together to form a story. So you might get something slightly different every time you ride it, but it's a really good ride, especially if you're a Star Wars fan. So that's the end of the day. We've been enjoying the rides in Disneyland Paris for about 11.5 hours now. Obviously we did nip back to the hotel for 2 hours, 2.5 hours in the middle. But basically we've done 15 rides. And what have we learned today? Well, I mean, the wait times are all posted, but one of the main things we learned, and we already knew to be honest, is don't always trust the wait times. Sometimes they might be longer, sometimes they might be shorter. You've got to look at the queue and judge what you think based on how far out of the building is it. I mean, some of that obviously depends on whether you're familiar with how big the queues are the inside, but you can only go off the wait times posted for a guide and then judge yourself from there. Another thing we learned is make sure you use the single rider on Ratatouille. That is one of the busiest rides in the whole resort, and we got on it twice within 20 minutes using the single rider. What else? Obviously, I mean, this is Disneyland 101. Get here early. Make use of that first hour in the morning when there's not many other people there. Sunday is definitely a better day than Saturday. That stands to reason. Generally on a Saturday, people will turn up and they'll stay all day and they'll stay late at night. You can see now it's nearly 8 o'clock and the crowds in the park are thinning out. Obviously, people who aren't staying longer than just the weekend are drifting home now, getting ready for work and school and college tomorrow. We're lucky enough that our flight home is not until 8:30 on Monday evening, so we've got another day in the park tomorrow and it should be even quieter. But if you can plan your weekend and maybe stay until the Monday and have most of the day Monday, you're going to get, good use out of the rides later on Sunday and into Monday. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. We've got a stack more of them on our YouTube channel. Check them out.